Okay, so let's unpack this. Today, we're really diving deep into some, well, truly transformative AI models coming out of Alibaba Cloud.
Hmm.
We're talking innovations that look poised to kind of reshape enterprise automation, especially for those of you using visual development tools, those no-code platforms.
Right.
Our mission really is to explore how these capabilities are building this next generation of, let's call them efficient, intelligent agents. And frankly, giving some big industry players a run for their money.
Yeah.
I think by the end of this, you'll have some real aha moments about what's actually possible now in enterprise AI.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is how these models aren't just, you know, powerful, which they are, but they're also becoming remarkably accessible.
Accessible. Okay.
Yeah, and that lines up perfectly with what businesses need today.
Mm.
Productivity boosts, sure, but also strict compliance and getting things to market fast.
Makes sense.
We'll try and connect these advancements to the bigger picture, what it all means for your automation strategy, your digital workforce plans.
Great. So we're focusing on three main ones today. Qwen2.5, Wan2.1, and QWQ-32B. Let's maybe kick off with Qwen2.5. It sounds like a bit of a beast multilingual multimodal.
There it is, yeah. Qwen2.5, and you've also got its sort of even more powerful sibling, Qwen2.5 Max. It's a large language model trained on just a colossal data set. Think 20 trillion tokens.
20 trillion. That's hard to even picture.
It really is massive amounts of text, data, across 29 languages. And, that naturally brings up the question, how does it handle that scale efficiently?
Right. The efficiency piece is key for enterprise.
Exactly. And the answer is its architecture. It uses something called mixture of experts, or MOE.
MOE. Okay.
Think of it like having lots of specialized mini brains. Only the ones needed for a specific task actually fire up.
Ah, okay. So it's not using the whole massive model every single time.
Precisely. And that slashes the computational cost. We're talking roughly 30% less compared to dense models like, say, ChatGPT's GPT-4o.
30%? That's a huge efficiency gain. That makes enterprise adoption much more realistic cost-wise. And what about performance? Does that efficiency come at a cost?
Not really, no. It actually excels in some pretty tough evaluations like Arena Hard and Live Code Bench. These are designed to really push models on coding, math, general knowledge.
And how does it do?
It often outperforms GPT-4os in those areas. Plus, it has this huge 128,000 token context window.
128K. So it can handle really long inputs like detailed reports or long conversations.
Exactly. Think about feeding it a whole year's worth of customer service logs, maybe. It can process that without losing the thread. Perfect for visual development platforms, automating complex stuff like data analysis or really sophisticated customer support.
Okay. And you mentioned multimodal.
Yeah, there's Qwen2.5 VL. That adds the ability to understand images, videos, structured data, not just text. And it even has agentic capabilities.
Agentic, like controlling things.
Yes, like controlling PCs, smartphones. So you can imagine automating really diverse workflows across different applications and devices.
Wow. So the insight here is comparable power to the top models, but potentially much cheaper to run and maybe more controllable.
That's the core of it.
Yep.
Better control over data, potentially lower operational costs, comparable performance. It's a big shift.
Okay, that's incredible for text, data, even controlling devices.
Yeah.
But video is huge now, right? For marketing, training. Is there something similar for automating video creation?
Absolutely. That brings us to Wan2.1. This is part of Alibaba's Tongyi Wanxiang suite, and it specializes in text-to-video. High-quality text-to-video.
High quality is the key there, I guess. Some early stuff was a bit rough.
Right. Wan2.1 delivers video with much more precise movement, better physical accuracy. It looks more real, uses dynamic resolution, advanced frame rate training, makes it really good for things like realistic training simulations or product demos.
So for retail manufacturing, they could use this to automate creating video content.
Exactly. Integrate it into their visual development platforms, automate video tasks. It offers a really cost-effective alternative to traditional, often very expensive video production.
Democratizing video creation almost.
In a way, yes. High-quality, precise video without the usual production hurdles. That's the real insight with Wan2.1.
Okay, so we've got the multimodal powerhouse Qwen2.5 and the video innovator Wan2.1. What about businesses focused purely on reasoning, maybe on a tighter budget? Where does QWQ-32B fit?
Right, QWQ-32B, this one launched late 2024. Importantly, it's under the Apache 2.0 license.
Apache 2.0, so open source,
Yeah.
free to use and modify.
Exactly. Huge for customization, huge for compliance. It's really focused on reasoning. And despite being much smaller, like 20 times smaller than something like DeepSeek's R1, it actually beats it on certain reasoning benchmarks like A2024.
Smaller but better at reasoning. How?
Seems specifically optimized for that. And the cost is incredibly low, just 0.2 ASINs per million tokens.
20 cents. That's
Yeah.
Practically pocket change for that kind of power.
It really is. It's competitive with OpenAI's O1 for logical reasoning, code generation. And being open source means you can really tailor it. Build compliant, specific digital workers for tasks like, say, policy analysis, legal review, complex software development tasks.
Okay, so let's pull all this together. If you're a business looking at your AI strategy, comparing this Alibaba ecosystem to, say, ChatGPT or other big players, what's the takeaway?
Well, connecting it to that bigger picture, Alibaba's offering some really compelling advantages here. First, that partial open source aspect is key.
Right, the ability to fine-tune smaller models like Qwen2.5 yourself at no cost.
Exactly. That's a big difference from a totally closed system. Then there's the efficiency from Qwen2.5's MoE architecture, getting top-tier performance but using fewer resources. Ideal for scaling up in an enterprise.
And deployment options on-premise?
Yes, options for on-premise deployment are crucial for many businesses worried about data privacy and compliance. It's a significant advantage.
So faster creation of intelligent agents, basically. When for complex interactions, when for video content, QWQ for reasoning tasks.
Precisely. You can build sophisticated customer service agents, automate high-quality content generation rapidly, deploy cost-effective agents for analysis. It's about enabling that innovation, empowering your digital workforce, without necessarily needing the massive budgets previously required.
What an insightful deep dive. It really feels like these models, Qwen2.5, Wan2.1, QWQ-32B, aren't just catching up, but maybe even leading the way in certain aspects of enterprise AI automation.
Yeah, I think so. And it really raises a key question for you listening in. How could this kind of powerful, efficient, more open AI ecosystem accelerate your company's digital transformation? What kinds of new intelligent agents, what new digital workers can you imagine building now that these capabilities are within reach?